Hello, good afternoon. My name is Muhammad Rafi Mulyadani. So today I want to explain my research design proposal. So okay, next slide. So this for the background. So why I chose the Malaysia as my research design, and with title with the analyzing the validity of social media citizen journalism with the analysis of Malaysian youth views in with the quantitative. So the reason is Malaysia has around 30 until 30 million social media users, so it making on the highest in the Southeast Asia user in with social media. So the Malaysia spend in average of 8 hours per day on social media. So with the high use, we want to see how the social media in citizen journalism with the credibility of source of news that through citizen journalism report and share the news that perceive the trust and distrust on the audience. Okay, next. So in the problem statement, although the Malaysian government tightly regulates mainstream media, regulation on social media platform is still limited. Platforms such as WhatsApp and Facebook allow misinformation to spread easily. By 2025, nearly 240,000 false content cases were removed, showing how serious this issue is. With the young people aged 18 to 30, mainly Gen Z and millennials, dominate social media use. However, there is still limited research on how they evaluate the credibility of citizen journalism compared to the mainstream news. Okay, next slide. So this for our research objective in my design proposal. So in this study with three objectives is first to examine your perception of social media news consumption, second to analyze the relationship between frequency of social media use and news credibility, third to identify which social media platform are trusted or not trusted by Malaysian youth. Okay, next slide. So this our research question that based on the research objective before. So we want to examine the how does your perception of social media influence the news consumption, and what is the relationship between frequency of use and news credibility, and which platform are considered reliable or unreliable by your Malaysian. So next, this for literature review in my design proposal. So previous in the study showed that social media self-regulation in Malaysia is weak. So we want to especially for harmful content, as the result young audience must act as self-verifies when consuming news. Although the social media offer fast and accessible news, platforms like Facebook are also major in the source of the misinformation. Despite mainstream media being more regulated, you'll prefer social media due to speed, convenience, and independence. However, quantitative studies focusing on Malaysian youth and news credibility are still limited, so which each study aims to address it. So next slide. So this is for the theoretical framework. I want to approach with the use of the two theoretical, which is use and the gratification theory that explain why you choose social media for news, and source the credibility theory that explain how the social media get trust from the young audience in trust and distrust, and with the reliability influence credibility judgment in the social media. Next, this is for the methodology. So this use quantitative with cross-sectional correlational design. So the data will be collected through an online questionnaire with Bahasa Melayu and English with the using Google Forms, which is this online survey. About 300 Malaysian youths aged 18 to 13 who actively use social media will be selected through purposive sampling, and data will be analyzed using SPSS, including descriptive statistic, person correlation, t-test, and ANOVA. So next slide. So this is the comparison of the methodology, which is from the online survey with the pros is the cost effective and the cons is limited internet in the same region, and the norm probability purposive sampling is targeted the respondent they actively consume, make the data is the relevant, and the cons is potential is sampling bias, limited generalizability in Malaysian youth, and the quantitative research approach is the pros is enable numerical measurement and comparison. The cons is lacks deep in understanding attitude and emotion. So next slide. So this our the scope of study is focused on news consumption on social media platforms such as Facebook, X, TikTok, and WhatsApp. The focus is on credibility, trust, bias, and self-governance among Malaysia youth 18 to 13. This my method metric in design proposal, which is have the RO, 3 RO, and data needed is perception in social media news consumption, frequency of use and trust level, categorical platform credibility scores, which is the data will be collection in around question 1 until question 25, which is 25 question, I mean, and the analysis using the SPSS, percent correlation, and ANOVA and t-test. So the conclusion is the study is aims to understand how Malaysian youth evaluate the credibility of citizen journalism on social media, and the finding may be contribute to media literacy, policy discussion, and future research. And thank you for listening and watching. So do you have any question?